Hi guys, good evening. Hope you're doing great. I'm just sharing the link. Just one moment on X. Hi Aaron, hi Sandeep. Give me 1 second. I don't know what's happening with X. It's not letting me go in, enter the code. See those. Hi Gaurav, hi Ashish, hi Sandeep, hi Ashish, Kamal, Pratika, Tatvesh. Good evening, good evening. I'm just sharing 1 second. Cool, it's now shared. The screen is up and I am sharing my screen now. You all can see my screen now? Hi Srini, hi Clarissa, Sat Sri Akal. Hi Shrikant, good evening. Can you just check if you can see my screen? If yes, then we can get started. And from today onwards, I'll be regular. Uh, I'll have set up my thing. So good, Gaurav, thank you. All right. So first thing first, I have made up this new sheet, uh, which I wanted to share with you all. Now, I have picked up this from Excel itself. It gives me the rates right away. Uh, Hi, Jeremy. Hi, Kursangeet. Hi, Rihanna. So I need to add, and it will give me all the fields which are available. You can create the same thing into your Excel, for open, low, high. You could use this. It is live data which is coming from uh, Microsoft itself using the APIs. You do not have to do anything. If you are using Microsoft Office 365, you can clearly or simply add any field. I'll show you how to do that. So here it will show me the percentage change, the value, the previous close. I added a few columns like open, high, low. If you want, I can add them again. But this is to tell that what is the direction. Like yesterday it was this, today it was this. Whether we have any of the patterns, any of the EMA moves. So instead of writing and mentioning and speaking, it's easier for me to choose yes or no, and then it's easier to see just by looking at it. So I think I'm going to improve on this by trying to add the 12 and 34 EMAs values and some of the things. I was trying to connect to the APIs through Thinkorswim, but they have stopped for some time registering the new users. But going forward, I think once they are ready, I'll bring 1234 EMA live, that information. And based on that, we'll keep on updating because I've created some formulas on which entries and Fibonacci's will also be brought back from there. Okay, so this looks for me pretty simple, pretty cool. And it gives you also a direction that yes, what happened to the stock today and what we are planning for tomorrow. Okay, and again, if you see something new, you can tell me right away, and then we can incorporate that. So let's start from the scan. I also added this 1234 scan. So here it's on a daily thing. I can see also I was looking into S&P. Previously, I was looking only into my default list, but right now the default list is limited. So I was thinking if we could scan into the S&P 500 stocks. S&P 500 will give us much more and cleaner information. Like for example, I have 12 and 34 crossing on lows on MPC. Now here the market capital is right there. Also, I've added the average trading range. So we know that if the average trading range for a particular stock is big, plus they are crossing 12 and 34, it means they are available for a big move. Like, just keep an eye on this. Right here. I'll just leave it right there. So look at lows. I want to change the color to blue. So this has an average trading range of $4. Okay. So it is crossing 12 and 34. So now we know that we could have a potential target for 203 very easily because it's average move right there. Also, the average move is $6.50 in case of TDY. I have not traded this company, but this has crossed 12 and 34 on my daily time frame. So this will also give me a better trading opportunity outside because market is very tight in this last few days. So I was trying to look and figure out if anything can help us to make things better. All right. So again, I'm going to improve on these things. But if you think we can add more, I will definitely try to uh, add into that. All right. So let me just save this query as 12 cross 34 on daily. This is my. So next time if I want to scan, I can simply come and scan. If I scan within my default, I will only get lows A and left. But I'm expanding it to S&P 500 because S&P 500 are the very good companies. So now if I have to go into the sheet and add LOW, and this way if I have to add, I can replicate the fields. You can see I can get their values. I do not have to do anything. This was yesterday's close. This is today's close. So I'm also inclined to add a trend here that yes, whether the trend is moving higher or not. Also, the stock was AL. I don't want to include, but I'm just giving you an idea that yes, this way we can make things easier because now if we know if there's any of these things, we can manage rather than like writing down. Because here we can easily see whether inside day, inside week, and we can simply keep on using information. Hi, Sonu. And guys, let me share you the Zoom link right away because I want your input so that we can start using this piece of information much more meaningfully. And it can also help me and you. So anybody who wants to come onto the mic, you're more than welcome. I have shared the information right there. In between, let me just do more scans. So I'm going to do my inside day scan. Again, I'm going into my personal first. Let's see. So inside day is NASDAQ, ES, and Bitcoin. So I'm going to leave that. And if I go into S&P 500 and scan, I couldn't find any inside day. That's weird. Let's look at open, high, and low. Open, high, and low was Walmart, Intel, Lulu. So this is working. Let me just try inside week. Gonna change the time frame to inside week. So Tesla is inside week. Right, so I'll give it 50. So I'm now looking into like 500. So this is default into the inside week. So Google is inside week. Yeah, guys, if you can mute yourself. So Google is inside week. Meta is inside week. So I'm gonna go here and mark Google is. I had Google. I remember. Google is inside week. Yes. Meta was inside week. Yes. Tesla was inside week. Yes. And Spy is inside. Netflix is also inside week. Lowe's is inside week and inside day. Inside week. It's inside day. So this gives you a kind of confidence that yes, it's inside day, inside week. Something is brewing in this, and it can actually break out pretty quickly. Tesla was inside day. Uh, Google, Meta, Tesla, Lily is there. Netflix was there. Yep, in my list I have these ones. Yes. Yep. Okay, let me save them. Let me see if I have any of the inside days on. Not inside day. Any bullish candle patterns? Again, I'm gonna search into now. I'm expanding the search into S&P 500. AMP, Amory price. Let's see what we have on AMP. Previous day high low, it's not available as of now, but I can add. Like once the APIs are available, Raghu, I'll add. ME price is saying that yes, it is a bullish candle pattern. Let me just change it to normal candles. So it's a hammer at the top. So this way we can clearly figure out on the S&P, because most of my items are from S&P 500, so it should be really good. I can add open high low. It's insert 3 columns there. Open high and low. And using this, I can also create what you call Heikineishi candle pattern, that whether it will have a flat base or not. Okay, that you can also use. So if I add one more column here, and I can say HA state. So this way you do not have to look into things at all. Only thing you need to do is come here, use open price, then it's high, then it's low. This one we can calculate, we can do, add 4 of them. Yes, to sum. Divide by 4. This one. So I will simply use this piece and will tell you what is the HS state. So in the next if we open above this, we'll have a positive HA state. If not, like the same formula which I have right here. I'm calculating the open, high, close, and I'm gonna take out the max and low and check if we are going above. So I'll simply replicate this formula into that field, and then we'll be able to have that information right away into the cell. So I think this will really be easy, and I'll share this sheet, and you can update this real time because this information is real time. The only caveat here is that the future information does not come through this. For that, we will add 2 lines at the bottom for ES futures. I hope you all like this. You will have meaningful usage going forward from all this. Any suggestions? Otherwise, I'll start into my thing. Hi, Deepak. Hi, Ashok. Uh, okay. All right, then let's start from ES. No, we were completing the scan. So AMP was on the bullish side. Let's look into the bearish side if we have anything. Nothing over there. All right. So right now, this is my daily Haikinishi. So anything which I'm picking, I'm gonna put Haikinishi thing right away from there. -1, -2, -3. All right. So I'm gonna add futures at the I do want to include them at the top. So let me just see if I can insert 2 rows. Yes. So I'll mark them as ES futures and NQ futures. This I have to add manually, which is a pain, but it's okay. So let's start. So ES futures. It's been a long time we are struggling or kind of consolidating in a range. And if you see, we are not able to cross 45.81. Neither we are breaking below 45.47. What it is telling me is that we are kind of waiting for something. It's like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, 5 day. Today is 6. Maybe like this may end until the tomorrow. Wednesday, which will be the 7th day, 8:30 a.m. We'll be expecting GDP and their core something numbers are coming. Both of them are really, really important. I think if GDP is doing good, market will like it. If core numbers are coming cheaper, market will like it. Right now, market is waiting. Market has the momentum. There's no negativity at all. But in case something starts to brew down, I think 45.15, which is the 12 EMA, looks really, really good. So as of now, I am not at all negative on the market. Yes, the market is little stretched. If you look at the DMI right here at the bottom, let me just increase the DMI for you. You can see that the DMI is holding. The strength in the market is still holding. It is 30 and 30 both. Look at the negativity or bearish divergence. It is not there. So any dip will be bought. So unnecessary spending money on puts. I was seeing like many people are trying puts. Yes, if you get last 10-minute move and you move your SPX puts into from 5 cents to $2, that's not a magic. That's the last 1-2 minute move. There's no magic or there's no science behind that. That's pure luck. But if you do not want to lose for rest of the 6.5 hours in the market, it's better not to buy puts unless and until you lose 45, 47. 45, 47 is really solid game, and I'm not inclined to short at this time. I will be a buyer at any dip which is coming on 45, 47. If I lose, I may wait for 45, 15, 45, 20. That will again be my buying point. If I lose the 12 EMA, then I'll be thinking, oh, I need to think about whether I have a positive or negative. So here, I need to copy all this. EMA is crossing 12 and 34. Stop loss for me is 45, 47. Let me just mark them as 4547 is my stop loss. I'm still looking at 4581. I think that will be a good first target. And once we clear that, I think I'm looking at, if I go back into the history, 4620. So my first target is 4581. Then is 45, no, 4620. And buy near 4550 to 55. If you get into this, I think this will be a good entry. I think it was an inside day on ES. Let me go back and do a inside day search. Let's look at the chart itself. Right now it's inside day, but it's actually not. It's a very tight range. So comment is it's no. Extreme consolidation. Getting ready for a big move. Okay. Then I have NQ. And also let's look at the book map just to make sure we are on the right track. Yep, 45, 450 is right there. Once we cross 45, 85, 87, I don't have any resistance. So this is getting concentrated very hard. I don't see we're going to have big move overnight. The volume right now is just 29,000, which is really, really insignificant. Daily high Kenichi is totally flat. So I'm going to mention it as like high Kenichi state is right there. So I'm going to mention, I'm going to add, for now, I'm just mentioning it's no. Otherwise, I will mention flat top, flat bottom. Okay. So this is NQ. I think it's let's look into the NQ. And guys, I'm trying my best to don't eat your time. Look at NQ. NQ is finding some level of consolidation after a massive 2000 point move in one direction. This is a healthy move. We are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, almost like 10 days into the consolidation. We are not able to close above 16,071. The momentum is really solid. I am not inclined to go short at all. So my recommendation is same thing. Do not short unless you are super sure, or if you really want to take things into your own hands and say, I want to fight the trend, only then short. Otherwise, if you are a buyer, look to buy. Uh, I think this line, if you can see, this regression line has been holding. Till the moment it is holding, I am more than happy to add long positions at any dip. I am not inclined to go short. So again, I want to buy near 15,960. Stop loss is 15,910. First target 16,070. And second target is, if I go back, once we clear this and go to 5-year period, 16,165. Same thing, extreme consolidation, getting ready for a big move. That's futures. Then triple Q. Triple Q is behaving in the same manner like NQ, getting ready for a massive. See, we are having dodges, but we are not falling. And we have so many dodges that unless and until we lose 384, I do not want to go short. And that's why I'm not even including the short area. I am actually looking to buy in this dip. I want to cross 391, and if I do, I think I will have opportunity to test 394. So for E, uh, 391.50 is my target. 394 and 394 and then 400. Like if you want to take more, you can take more, but I think 400 is possible. After many dodges, still not falling. Shows strength. Then we have Apple. Oh, I did not put the buy near thing in the stop loss. Stop loss is 386. Buy near 388. If you get Is buy above 391. Then Apple. So Apple is almost ready to test this. Like there was a dodgy right at the top. Since then, it is trying to lose, but unless we lose 180, 780, same thing. Unless we lose 12 EMA, I am not inclined to short anything. Like if you look at the triple Q, same thing, exactly same structure. We are still away from the 12 EMA. So back test, if happens, will be a decider. But as of now, there's no issues whatsoever. So it's positive. For Apple, it is positive, and my stop loss is 187.70. Buy near 188. Well, I will say 189. For Apple, target is 190, 150, 193.25. If you want to sell, like if I think previous close should not be important, but again I will remove that. But one thing which we need to understand is that if all these things are telling us it is positive, 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 we should not short. Because right now 12 EMA is positive and it's consolidating well where we are in the positive state. If we see the high Kanishi positive, then there's no point adding short to that particular trade. AMD, AMD is also consolidating well. It's trying. Apple weekly is not looking good for long. Let's check that. It's making dodgy. Again, I said if I lose 187.70, then I will think about it. But as of now, it needs to lose 180. Like practically, it needs to lose 186 to mark anything on the negative, Aditya. Because when we are looking at the evening star, we want this entire piece to be covered by a red candle. And that will be a break for 187. Thank you, Nitin bhai. So AMD, AMD, if you look at this from a weekly chart perspective, it's getting ready. It's inside week for sure right now. So if I go back into inside week for AMD, it's inside week. Yes, inside week. Uh, I need to just make these lines a little clearer. Let me add border. So AMD is now inside week. 12 EM is solid. On daily candles, it's solid. So 12 EM is yes. So everything is solid. Inside week, 12 EM is solid. Why should I short it? I think it should hold 120, 170, which was the previous breakout area. So 121 is my stop loss. 121.70, sorry. 121.70 is my stop loss. And buy near 122 to 122.3. If you get this, look, see the moment it crossed 124.50, we will see 130. It's consolidating well. It's a bull flag on daily and weekly candle. Target is 124.50, and this could be my favorite setup. Let's look at if we have any AMD related flow. So what I want to check is also from a flow perspective, let's look at the flow which is crossing 500,000 on AMD. There is 125 put which is sold as per this thing, but we will validate that. Let's look at the data. Now there are, look at this was the price of this put, and it is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So this is definitely writing. If we get much more open interest tomorrow, I think this, see, it started from 12, now it's coming down. So this is definitely much more addition onto the writing side. Okay. Now, if I add multi-leg in check, I do multi-leg. If I see some common multi-legs, that gives me confidence. See, right now we have 121 puts, which were kind of sold because they started at 39 implied volatility, reached up to 34. Price was 122.86 and 1.2. So just keep an eye on this, the lowest line and then the topmost line. Price is higher, but put has lost significant value, almost 30%. IV has lost. It means it is not going to go below 121. 121.70 is our stop loss. So it should be holding this area very neatly. So I'm confident to hold 121 on AMD. Let's see anything on the multi-legs as well. 124 put and 124 call. This is a trade which came in. It's one of the trades, so I will just ignore this. If there are multiples, then I will have confidence. 123 calls, 1.8. They were also written throughout the day. So not, but all in all, it's setting up for a good upside move. Then we have Amazon. Amazon is getting ready for a massive breakout. It was inside day and then the inside day breakout happened. Now it has a doji at the top. And just in the evening, we saw some negative, not negativity, regarding the maximum cyber sale. But one important thing to note, until now, we were seeing they were dodges and the strength was there. Look here, there is move up, there is no strength. So here we are going to mark this as short. So if we lose Amazon 146 area, it could be a high potential for a short. So here in the DMI is positive. It's not inside day Amazon, but it is going higher on weak strength. So I'm going to short my idea is if I have to short something, it will be Amazon, and I will short right here at 147. So I will short below 147. My stop loss will be the top right here, 147.75. And target will be 145. Again, I am not inclined to say that this will go too much, but I'm just going to do a back test 144 or 143.65. Okay, then we have Boeing. Boeing, I am liking it right now because Boeing is getting or managing to hold this area. And what it is allowing is it is allowing the EMAs to catch up. So tell EMA is positive. It is holding that 219 area. It is holding that breakout area. See, this was the breakout where the news came. It held that area, and today it, for me, I think it formed a hammer. It formed a hammer. So it's not a clean hammer, but it's a hammer for me. So I'm going to mark hammer as yes. Not inside day 1234 looks fine. I'm going to say back tested. The breakout area. So I'm fine. I want to buy above 219.75. Stop loss is my red line, which is 218. And then my target is 223 and 229. 223, 229. This is Boeing. Then I have Salesforce. I think Salesforce is having earnings this week. Yes, Salesforce is SAS, and look right here, it's consolidating well. It needs to. It held 61.8 Fibonacci breakout. It's trying to hold 225. I think if everything goes fine, this could be a massive winner. Like if you want to see this is a W one way, if you want to see this is a W one way, this is a breakout zone. I think it is ready for a massive move on CRM. The CRM is W in making. W is ready for breakout. And remember, in CRM, we held or we are holding about 61.8 Fibonacci. So unless we lose 221, I'm not in a position to say it's negative. Any opportunity to come near 221 will be an opportunity to accumulate or add. So 221 is a solid support. And this is like a area where we need to, if you want to wait until the ERs, you can wait until the ERs. So earnings also. And earnings this week. Buy near 223, 225 zone. Anything you find, you can buy. Look for 231. And if I go back, there's a massive gap, which is right here. There are gaps which are right here. Those gaps needs to be filled. So I think it's getting ready to fill up those gaps. So I am inclined to see 231, 240. Like if we clear this 225, I'm looking at 248 on CRM. Right now, 231, 241, these are my levels, but it's getting ready. It's really, really looking at nice. Then we have Google, Salesforce. Google is also like it's stuck into a zone. Like it's hammer at the top. I think if it can test 135 and bounce, that will be good. But again, it doesn't have strength. Look at the DMIs. DMIs is negative. So it may not be a great trade to go short or long. It's kind of mm, holding on a weak strength. Holding on the weak strength. So here, my stop loss is 12 EMA, which is 135. I really want to buy near 135. I don't want to rush. 135.50. Right now it's 136. If it comes to this place, comes to 12 EMA, I'll be a buyer. Otherwise, I'm not. I'm not inclined to short unless the market is weak. Because in Amazon, everything went up with the short strength. Here, even the green line is not that significantly higher. If you see, it's coming down. The red line is coming down. It shows that options are getting like little tired. They want to eat the premium. Then I IWM into my list. Yes, IWM. IWM is a bull flag ready. It needs to clear 179.60 and that's it. Like if I go back to my previous sheet, right, in IWM, the levels are exactly the same. It's above this area, we need to cross it. 179.60 for last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 179.60 is something which is not able to cross. So once we clear 179.60, so here I want to buy above 179.60. Stop loss is, let's copy the same levels, easier. 178. Target is 183. 51, 85, 30. Again, extreme consolidation. So you see, indexes, futures, and IWM, they are getting tighter and tighter, and it's getting ready for a bigger move. Happy Gurpurab, Gulban Singh Ji. Happy Gurpurab to everyone who's on the call. I hope Vaiguruji gives you all the blessings to you and your family. Meta. Meta is weak. It's hammer on the top, 1234 EMAs. They're all positive. For Salesforce, I missed that. For this one and for For which, Saurabh, which ticker you're talking about? Meta. Meta is weak. It got the rejection from the regression line. I'll check. Saurabh, I have not reached to. So I'm inclined to short. It's an inside week on Meta, and it's making a evening star as well on the weekly. So Meta is weak. It's making an evening star. So which is not good. So let's sell or short. 335 will be a good, I would say 333. 333 will be a good earnings. Will check crowd. Zscaler went down, crowd will also go down. 333, stop loss 335. Look for 329, 35, and then 326. So short app, what do you say? Meta is weak because it's an evening star as well. And I'll change a little bit of color coding so that we'll have much more clear information. All right. So then we have Microsoft. Microsoft again today made a new high. It's lingering on to this long-term regression channel. I think 386 is something I am aiming at. Microsoft will lead. The momentum is so solid. I do not want to short. And on the weekly time frame, if you look at this, it's just going and holding. So 377 is extremely good support area for Microsoft. So Microsoft is, yes, it's 377. Target is 386. Once we clear 386, then 396. Extremely solid. Buy near 378.79. I'll do that, Ferrari. I'll remove some of the columns which I think I can bring them onto the left or to the right. I'll clear them up. Then I have Netflix. Netflix, I tried a very small position today to see if we can break down, but no, it went higher. And again, it's making a dodgy, which it had made last time into the earnings. So I'm a little skeptical that whether it will continue or not, because it has seen some resistance around 484. I still think it is going to hold 475, which it did today. So any opportunity for it to come to 470, add at that time. Right now, you can see the DMI is solid. I don't want to fight this kind of strength into Netflix. So my thought process suggests me avoid shorting and wait for the long. So I am looking at 375 as my stop loss. If it dips, usually Netflix gives you a chance by 76 to 77. Don't rush to buy it. 385. No, 476, 77, 475, 484, 500. Netflix is right there. Nvidia, I think it's inside day for me. Black tested 12 EMA. So 12 EMA is still positive. So I think 12 EMA is positive for almost everyone right now. It's inside day. Stop loss is right now 477. Buy about 12 EMA, so 482. I would say buy above 483. If it's done, 490 and 489, 90, 499.9. So that's Nvidia. 489 has proven some meaningful resistance. Once we clear, we should hit 499.90. Then I have Palo Alto. I'm not going to do Palo Alto for now because it has already moved really solid. Instead, I'll leave it for now. We'll come back and see. Snow, I'm interested in Snow. Snow, every time it goes to 142, it bounces. Same thing, it's getting ready for a W. Whether this comes out and breaks out, I don't know. But it's ready. The strength is there in this. So I would like to keep 170 as my stop loss. Or not, 170 will be very tight. I think this area 167. 167. I'm aiming for 175. Actually, I'm looking at 193 on Snow for the earnings. So if you're looking for the earnings, let's make that 178 and 194. 193.90. I only have 170. A firm I will add. Tesla, everyone's hot favorite. Tesla is a position which I'm holding. It's 1234 is holding, back tested, consolidating well, waiting for its magical Cybertruck, which is a bullshit thing, but again, I don't care if it gives me money. So 1234 is positive. Inside day, buy above 236.75. That's my stop loss. 234.60 and target is 243, 248.80 and then 247. Something is coming into Tesla. Cybertruck event brings something or not, I don't know, but it's getting ready for that. Last one is Lowe's, which came out from the scan. So Lowe's is looking good. 1234 crossed, holding well. I think we can leave Lowe's for now. It's not looking great. A firm the moment I put it gave me all the values for a firm. A firm is a breakout and it will continue to go high. Like 29 was my 38%. I think if it crosses 29, which it did, 34 and then there's a gap. 34 is something I'm eyeing. 34 and 36 on a firm. 34, 36, 29 is my stop loss. Buy near 30.5, 30 or 30.5. This looks good to me. This column, I don't think so we need. Percentage change. Previous close. Guys, I'm actually done. So you need to come onto the Zoom call and let me know what more columns we can, because I can spend time here with you now, and then we can refine the sheet so that it becomes much more meaningful to all of us. So sort of set target, so I can check target. Target is making a doji at the top. And if I change this to High Kanishi, no, it's High Kanishi is not flat. It's a bull flag for now. Crowd, as I remove pan W, crowd, if it loses 206, it can come down to 190. It is stretched to an extreme area, 206. So I'm gonna wait. If it holds 26, that's the thing. If it holds, we are looking at 228, 230. If it doesn't, we are going back to 192s. I'm gonna add High Kinishi here. I think I should move this point right into the let me just, we should have open high low. What's ZB futures? Bonds are bouncing 30-year bond. Bonds are bouncing. If GDP is good, they'll move higher. And that's why the bucket is getting stronger. So guys, anything you want to discuss? Anything with respect to sheet or something? I see Casey, you are here.
Yeah,
We have
man.
puts.
What? I was just gonna say if you're going through the names, like the individual names, like I think like so you've got what 14 names on there, it looks like individual names. So like maybe what are the top three for tomorrow?
In this market, I think we'll not have anything for tomorrow. Nothing.
Wow. Okay.
I will wait for Wednesday.
What is that because you just want GDP numbers to print first or
I think GDP numbers are being awaited by the market.
okay. So you're just not showing direction.
I think we'll have one more day of consolidation. But if we have to break out, I think Netflix is ready.
Okay. And then can you
Netflix
look
is
at
ready.
yeah,
If we break down, Meta is ready to go down. If we're
yeah,
going up, Netflix and AMD.
yeah, see so Netflix AMD on the long side and then was it Meta on the short side you said?
Yes, Meta on the short side.
Yeah, so I think like if you just like highlight those three, I mean I get long and short, but I mean some combination of those three would be useful, right? So if you just put them at the very top then like because I don't like I mean usually you talk about like good 45 minutes or an hour, but like once you get through these, like, hey, it's just like what are the best three names for tomorrow, right? So I think that might be useful. At least I find that useful. But um do you have any thoughts on PLTR or TT?
ELTR, I think 20 was some rough area for it. Yep, it got rejected right from that 21 area.
Yeah.
Losing 12, it almost came and hit. I don't see, because it's getting rejected from 61.8 Fibonacci, and it's a flat top. And let's see in the normal candle if it loses. Yep, it almost came to 50 Fibonacci, bounced. If it can clear 1940, they may be a bounce. Otherwise, it's going down towards the gap.
And then
If market
TT.
gets weaker, this will be sold off.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a high beta name. TT.
TTD,
No, no, just TT. Like, yeah.
this is a bull flag. If it holds 224,
Yeah.
then it should be good. As of now, it looks like a bull flag.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of range bound. I mean, I'm just looking if it break one way or another between
How
one
much
and
is
two
the
thirty.
volume on this stock?
Can't remember how long we track. No, average?
Yes, daily average volume.
Uh, duh, duh, duh.
If it is less than million, then it can fall crazy if it loses 224.
Yeah, it's close to a million. So last 3 days was 945.
Then
Well,
avoid this. If it loses
yeah,
224, it will be boom to 214 in just 2 hours span.
yeah. I mean, the market cap is huge. I just don't know why there's. I mean, it's probably a low float, is my guess. It's like a $52 billion market cap company. It just doesn't trade a lot of volume.
Maybe most of it is like with promoters, they do not have.
Yeah, it could be. It could be just kind of like the owners, or maybe there's a couple of like very large investors in there. But yeah, I mean, 52 billion is a sizable amount for a company.
It's a very big size. It's not like
Yeah, it's just like I'm surprised that the volume is so low. So I mean, it's probably just a float issue, is my guess. But I mean, it's not crazy expensive either. It's like what 27 times trailing forward is probably in the low 20s. Yeah, there's only 200 million shares outstanding in the float. That's why. That seems like a low number.
let's see how it behaves, but like 224, it's like
Yeah. And then just maybe one more name like GPS, just Gap.
I think we talked about Gap a few days back.
Yeah, I mean Rips has been on it as well, but I mean this thing doesn't look like it's slowing down and it's a consumer.
It's not slowing down, but uh, it has like the W, which I usually like. The W is
Yeah.
already done, and it has done its fair move almost like from 14 to 20. That's
Yeah.
about 30, 40%. Now it's
Yeah.
going into the gap. There's a massive gap.
Yeah, I think there's, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I'm targeting is that huge gap fill, right? And I mean, I don't know if you know anything about the story, but it's kind of like in a turnaround story, and margins are improving, revenue is kind of losing, but not losing as bad as expected. So a lot of the numbers are actually turning
So
around. So
I would say that if the GDP comes out good, it may even try to fill this gap.
yeah, well, I mean that combined with the Q4 seasonal leads me to suggest that this one might rally for
Yes.
the remainder of
But
December.
if
That's
it
what's kind
fails
of
from here, like if it loses 19, then it's going to be nasty on the downside.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean it's really overbought on 512 and 3450 as well. So like it wouldn't surprise me that much if it pulls back, but at the same time, it's like the setup looks pretty good just given like Q4 rally, gap fill. So I mean, but again, to your point, I mean this was like a $13 stock like 2 weeks ago, right? So
So
yeah,
I usually don't trade these kind of stocks, but people do.
yeah, Black Friday. I mean people are. I mean the U.S. consumer is still alive and kicking. It seems like so.
Hi, Naval bhai.
Hi, Sonu, how are you?
Good. How are you, bhai?
I'm good.
Two things. Bhai, what are these pink arrows and the green arrows on your charts? And
These are arrows from MACDs. And this is like, you remember I talked about that indicator which is there in my system from beginning. And that's the, I do not look at these arrows at all.
okay, you said MACDs. I didn't follow you.
These were MACDs, like this was a supply and demand indicator 4 years back I added. I just keep it because it's lucky for me. I do not change anything into this. Just leave it there. I do not use it.
Okay. And secondly, can you please look at service now?
Service now has earnings.
NOW. No, earnings are over. It has been going up like there's no tomorrow.
It's similar to Microsoft. If we see some market pullback, it may come down to 650. Right now, it's overstretched. Literally overstretched. Like right now, DMI is like 38 to 41, which is extreme. So I would not short it here, but I would not go long at all.
Okay.
And any pullback, it was from 500 to 670. That's about 20% move in straight line without any pullback. So I'm not touching it.
So most likely you would expect it to come back, touch 650 at least, do a pullback.
If 650 doesn't hold, then it will do a pullback because it was a massive W breakout. And that's what it has done. The length of W is exactly same. That's why it's consolidating. So 650, if it comes, if it doesn't hold, it will go down. If it holds, it will carry on.
Okay, but 650 it should touch, you think?
It
At least.
should touch.
Okay.
Again, I said I'm not going to long here at all. Shorts are risky, but if you know how to short in a position, then 650 is your target. Like today, I went short on ABGO. ABGO gave back almost like $15, $20. So same thing is right here in ServiceNow. If it starts to give back, it will give back very quickly.
But this will also depend upon the GDP numbers coming on Wednesday.
I think so because it's lingering on to this red line. Last time it lingered on it 5 days and then it gave back.
Or this
Time it's like
solid
5 days.
solid regression channel red one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I also went short on Amazon because Amazon went up, like this went up with some strength. Amazon went up with the black line going down. So Amazon is ready to go down. If market is weak, it will be the first one to go down along with Meta.
Tomorrow, you mean?
Any like tomorrow, day after tomorrow, any time. If market start to lose 45, 47, then yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, Vivek.
Hi, Naval. Do you mind looking at Okta once or OKTA? It has an earnings coming, and if it fails, like we can like बहुत बड़ा gap है नीचे. There is a huge gap at the bottom till 50.
This gap.
Yeah. It is also looking weak, like it is not able to cross something like 80, 85. Yeah.
It's a massive. But my problem is this has already come down drastically from 90 to this area. So unless it loses 65, I am not inclined to go short.
Okay.
It needs to, it's absolutely weak, but it has already given up so much, like from 90 to 70. So I really want, if it comes 65, I may try to buy it.
But if it reaches 65, it is also forming a head and shoulders now, by no?
Yeah, head and shoulders is not like this. If you're
Uh,
calling this as head and shoulders,
Yeah.
no. Because the top is same,
Hmm.
the neckline is the same. So this is not head and shoulders.
Okay.
It should be like
Agar,
something like this.
yeah, the right shoulder bigger than the left shoulder. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thanks. No. And can you also look at Tesla ones? It is looking like a bull flag as of now. Can we consider that as a bull flag?
I am considering that as a bull flag because it's consolidating, holding 12 and 34 very tightly. And if you see something similar happened right there,
Yeah.
and then it broke out with a gap. Exactly same structure is there. For me, it's like getting ready for a big breakout. That's why I'm holding 12-15 calls, which
Okay.
I shared with everyone. 12-15 to 37.5 calls.
Okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
Anyone else?
I have one more. Hey, did you talk about Coinbase?
No,
Oh,
Coinbase. I don't know why it went up today.
oh, I just wondering if you can take a look at it. That was the last one.
It it's running. It's hitting all my areas. Like 110 was my target, and now 144. But my only concern is right now it was 122, which was the previous area where it had struggled. It almost came near to 122, and now it's holding. Now my concern here is with Bitcoin going down, why it went up? Because there was nothing as such which would improve Coinbase thing
Yeah,
in the market. There was no, maybe it was a short covering, I don't know, but whatever it was massive.
makes sense.
Because it has stretched to really highs, 44 to 40, which shows the DMI's extreme strength. And with this high DMI, I would not try to short it. I tried shorting and made a loss.
So
So
is high DMI usually a positive or a negative?
high DMI up to like 30 is fine, it's good. If it crosses 40, it's like really, really.
It's overbought, so it's kind of like a
I'll not
RSI.
say overbought. It's like if you have to drive a bike, would you prefer this or would you prefer this? This is A or B,
You're
and
looking
this
at.
is the road. I'll prefer B because
Oh,
I
I see what
can
you're
move
saying.
easily. If I
Yeah,
go A, I will fall as quickly as I am onto the cliff. So right now I'm right on the top of the cliff. 45 is extremely high. If I lose, I will quickly come back to 110.
Yeah.
$10 in a span, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I was thinking the same, but then it got pushed for no reason.
That makes sense.
It was
Maybe
31.
because of Naval bhai, maybe because of the Binance news.
No, that was pretty old. It has
Okay.
nothing to. Otherwise, Mara Royd would have also moved. They were red. Bitcoin was red.
Hmm.
The only reason I can think of is the short covering. Otherwise, I don't think anything in coin to create something like that.
Naval bhai, in such cases, I agree with you that it is not very prudent to short directly. But how about selling higher up calls? Does that make sense?
You have
That is
not learned the lesson of selling calls.
No, just asking you in this case
I
because-
do not recommend anybody to sell options. One option will destroy your account.
Okay,
That's it.
no, the reason I asked is you said that you shorted it, it didn't work out. So
That's fine. The short buying puts is a limited loss. Selling options is unlimited loss. And
Okay.
I do not believe in that.
Okay.
You can sell spreads. I think that would work, but I mean that's
If you want to buy a spread, you can buy a spread. That's fine. This theory of making money by selling options is a theory which was valid only in one directional market. All Tom, Dick, and Harry who have not done anything, they think, oh, sell the option, buy the stocks. Sell the option, buy the stocks. Those all people, including yourself, you have feel the pain of it.
Mhm.
If you still ask me that question, I don't know what to say.
Because you said DMI is such high, DMI may
You
not
can
be.
buy the puts,
Okay.
or if you do not want to, buy a put spread. Why you want to sell the options?
Okay. Okay.
You should
Sure.
learn from your mistakes. If you will not learn, you will end up in the same state.
I mean, you can sell options if you're long the underlying. It just gets called away. I think that works, but
See, this
don't
again,
sell them naked.
Casey, the problem is selling an option was good when there was no volatility in the stock or it is going in one direction. Now,
No,
tomorrow,
but
again, I'm sharing from my own experience.
yeah,
If you have a stock and you have sold options against that, after hours, if somebody exercises those options on a volatility, and this is happening a lot these days, the options are getting exercised Thursday evening, not even like Fridays. You are getting allocated on the negative side in the after hours, and then you have to lose your stocks for no reason and incur the loss.
I mean, if you sell like so, if you're long Coinbase at let's say 110, and you're selling 130s for next week, I think that makes sense. If you're just locking in P&L,
There's
right? So
nothing in
as long as it's
130s
one day.
because the volatility is
No, but
so low on those strikes that there's nothing left.
But you can buy more time, right? So if you go like out to second or third week of December, I'm sure there's some value there, right? So if you're selling, like if you're long 100 shares of Coinbase and you sell one contract at 130 mid-December, so that
Problem is
trade
people
probably
will
makes
not
sense.
sell one contract.
Well, I mean, depends how many. I mean, depends how many shares you're long in Coinbase, right? So if you're long the underlying and you're selling call options, you're basically just locking in P&L. I think that trade makes sense, but if you want to sell call options naked, I mean, you're setting yourself up for disaster. Is my point.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
One bad trade and you're in. You're done for trading.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'll clean the sheet a little more. I have few ideas while I was talking to you all. I'll clean this up and paste it, and then let's meet up tomorrow.
Hi. Now I have only one question. So that with the Tesla bull flag, with the flagpole, it's made of a big gap up. You still consider as a strong bull flag,
Yes, yes.
even though it's in a strong gap up on the flagpole. Okay.
See, this. See, let me close this. Come on, and go to High Kanishi.
Okay, now, okay, got it. Yeah. Oh,
You can see this is making a bull flag right there.
Yeah.
If you want to consider this, if you want to consider this, it's exactly same right there.
Yeah.
And then we had this massive gap up.
Yeah.
Same
But-
structure. The DMAs are right there in the similar state. The EMAs were tightly coupled. EMAs are tightly coupled. Bounced from the red line. Bounced from the red line. Hanging on to this lighter red line. Hanging on to this lighter red line.
Yeah. Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
But Naval bhai, one small quick question. Can we consider that as a really quick move? Like, because like last
It
time also,
will only do a gap up, and then we need to see how that gap up holds.
yeah, because it has been making lower highs and lower lows, right?
That's why it is consolidation.
Okay.
It's back testing 12 and 34. It is not breaking them. Let me just show you. It's coming, back testing, holding, not breaking above 236, back testing 236, back testing 236, back testing 236.
Hmm. No, I'm talking about the larger time frame, Naval bhai. If you
This is daily time frame.
no, a little bit like if you scroll it little back, it is in a form of a channel, a big channel. Is yeah.
This is also a bull flag.
Hmm.
It's
Okay.
about to break out.
Okay.
See, exactly same thing is right there.
Yeah.
Broke out, didn't it?
Hmm. Okay. Thanks, bye.
All right. Thank you for joining tonight, guys. Bye bye. Take care.